Coming up, Carina, the last of this section. Ask her what she's doing, what she's working on. She says she's making another human.
Hi, everybody. I'm here to talk about what is on your wall. The deal with collecting art, how to start if you don't know how to start. So one night we ordered pizza, and the pizza guy shows up at our door, and he takes one look around. He goes, "Oh yeah, this is the house with all the art." I was like, "What?" He goes, "Yeah, I tell everybody, this house has more art than I've ever seen at any other house." So this should be your goal. Impress the pizza guy so much he never forgets your house. Okay, so why should you start collecting art? Good question. Naked walls, unlike naked people, are very boring. You are not a boring person. You are an interesting person. You have something to say, and your art should be saying it. So exactly what is on your walls? Is it this? Is it something you had on your walls in college? Because you are not 19. You do not live in a dorm anymore. If it's on your wall with tape or string or plastic tack, take it down. You're an adult now. Let's start pretending like it. Okay, how to start. You need to find out what it is that you like. You don't have to take anybody else's word for what art is. This is art. It's Monet. He's an impressionist. I don't happen to like him. If you do, that's your business. This is Edward Hopper. He's a 20th century American painter. He mostly does representational art, which means humans you can recognize, objects that you understand, that kind of thing. Again, representational art is awesome, and I happen to love Hopper, but he's not my favorite. But this isn't about me, it's about you. What is it that you love? And as for me, I happen to love Jackson Pollock and the abstract expressionists. I think that they are mentally challenging, extremely invigorating, hard to understand, and if I could put him on every square inch of my house, I would absolutely do so. Another option is Ansel Adams, photography. A lot of you love photography, which is awesome, great medium. And photography is interesting because often photographers use prints and numbered prints. So they'll print a number of the same photograph, 100, something like that. You want a lower number, 1 out of 100, 50 out of 100, that kind of thing. So what's out there? Where do you find art? In galleries. Salt Lake and Provo both have a first Friday night gallery stroll where you can get out to all the galleries and take a look and see what's out there. Also have free food, always a bonus. You can go to arts festivals and craft fairs. Salt Lake has them, Park City has them, they're all over the state. You can go to Beehive Bazaar or any other of the craft fairs and take a look and see what they've got. You can often talk to the artists as well and kind of get a good look and see what's out there on the scene. You can go directly to the artist. This is Kirk Richards, he's a local artist. You can actually arrange to visit his studio. You can commission pieces, work with them by paying for a piece in advance and then getting a piece of artwork that, you know, you've had some input on. How much should you spend? That, again, is entirely up to you. $100, $100 to $150,000, it's always up to you. This is Darren Breen, also one of my favorite local artists. And you can absolutely contact him or any other local artist online. So what kind of art is it that you want to collect? There's sculpture, there's photography, panels, paintings, ceramics, whatever it is that turns you on and that you want to have in your house, that's what you want to start collecting. Next, okay, so let's talk about the Vogels. Do you need to be a millionaire to collect art? You do not. They started collecting art in the 1960s, and they just had a few simple rules that they abided by when they started collecting their art. Number one, their art had to be small enough that she could start carrying it home from the art shows in a cab and that it would fit inside their one-bedroom apartment. It had to be affordable, only a couple $100s. They focused on unknown artists and conceptual and minimalist art. And over the years, they amassed a giant collection that they hidden under beds, in the showers, on ceilings, all that kind of thing. An artist named Christo, when Dorothy inquired how much his pieces were, said it was $700, and she lamented that it was just too much money already to spend on something. And actually, Christo called her one day and asked if she would cat sit for them while Christo was doing an installation. Christo ended up giving them one of the most valuable pieces in their collection. Herb and Dorothy, when they finished collecting, or they're still collecting, in 1992, they donated their collection to the National Gallery in Washington, D.C., over 4,000 pieces worth millions and millions of dollars, and they've never sold a painting. They did it because they loved it, which is why you should be collecting art, because you love it. So What about buying art not just because you love it, but as an investment? Well, art as an investment comes with other issues. Provenance, where did it come from? How much is it worth? Is it a forgery? Can you afford insurance? Do you have the security in your house to do it? Look, I'm with Biggie. More money, more problems. If you want to do art as an investment, that's a whole nother concern, and that's up to you. Now, go nail something to your wall.